Okay, boys and girls, pop quiz for you. Where is the shifter on this e-bike? Do you give up? It's not where you usually would think it would be. It's not behind this part. Where is it? Would you guess that it's this little guy right here? Keep on watching to find out more. Now, to be honest with you, most of the time, you are receiving my first unadulterated feedback on any e-bike that I'm trying, because I kind of want to put myself in your shoes, just tell you what to look out for, what I like, what I don't like in certain e-bikes. And these are the first two mid-drive motors e-bikes that I've ever tested out. This is the Vvolt Sirius, and this is the Quiet Cat Apex 10. This is a serious e-bike. It's like, I'll put the full price on here, but it's like $5,000 or $6,000. This is about $3,000, both mid-drive, but they're both very different. Here's how. So this, I've actually had a lot of problems with. I'm working with the manufacturer on it. I'm having a lot of problems with the gears. Turns out gears are way more important in a mid-drive bike than on a rear hub drive bike. And that's because, think of how you use a car, right? When you use a car or a motorcycle, you go, well, your gears are more important on a mid-drive bike than they are on a rear hub bike. The rear hub motor, it just turns this back wheel. It doesn't actually need the gears. In fact, you can pick the bike up and you can hit the throttle and the wheels will move all by itself, but the chain won't move at all. On these bikes, if I pick this up, this one actually doesn't even have a throttle. This one does, but the battery is being charged up. If you push the throttle, which is right here, the chain actually has to move to power the wheels, which is different. There's some pros and cons, and I'll go into that here in just a little bit, especially when I talk about this bad boy. But this bad boy right here, the Vvolt Sirius, has a belt drive. I've only tested one other belt drive e-bike before, and I would not recommend it, but this is very different. It's got the mid-drive motor and some unique variable switching for the shifting. So is it any good? I did take this for a little bit of test because I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on and how this little guy works from a shifter perspective, but let's check it out, see if this is any good. It's a heck of a lot less complicated than this bike. This bike literally took 15 minutes for me to put together, had no problems whatsoever, but let's take this Sirius for a spin and see if it is a serious e-bike. Okay, I was super confused about how to shift this bike, so I looked it up online, and turns out this is the shifter. Yes, that is correct. This right here is the shifter. This is how you actually turn it. And the little guy, which I think is genius, I don't know why more bikes don't have this, shows you what kind of ratio it's got. So turn it this way, the little guy goes up on a trail, on a hill. Woo! Party! You come back downhill, goes like that. That's pretty slick, huh? Why is that? Well, to answer that question, we gotta look down below. Well, my friends, this is why it has a little funny guy in there. It's because there are no gears. This is what is called a belt drive. And if you go backwards on the pedals, it doesn't do anything because it's not actually any gears. And it's very different for one unique reason. Check this out. It is actually a mid-drive motor. So once again, it's not moving the gears because, first of all, there are no gears, but it's not moving the belt drive, but it will if you go forward, obviously. So what does this mean from a rider perspective? What does this mean for you? Well, keep on watching to find out more. I'm gonna take this Vvolt Sirius e-bike for a spin. All right, I'm gonna take this for a spin. Once again, this is the little shifter. It's here. It's kind of funny. I think it's brilliant though. It's so funny. It's just brilliant. To show you how this goes, it's very different. It's a very simple riding experience, almost like a fixie, but it's not, because it's got kind of several gears. This changes the ratio of pedaling to how much it turns. So let's just try it out and I'll try and explain my best how it goes. It is a little bit different than the typical e-bikes that we've tried. Very simple controller up here. It's got 5 levels of pedal assist, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have unlocked this to be a class 3 controller. So it will help me go up to 28 miles per hour assisted, because this bike does not have a throttle, which is different, once again. So I'm on pedal assist level 5 and I'm on flat ground here. And so I've got my little guy, it's kind of flat. It's so funny. I like the guy, man, he's cool. I'm gonna go up a hill a little bit, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. He's like, oh yeah, you're going uphill. All right, I'll help you out. Oh, guys is here to help you out. The other thing I like about this e-bike is it doesn't look like an e-bike. It's got a integrated battery in the frame there, and it's quiet, super quiet. Going 20 miles an hour, you wouldn't even know. Man, once again, it is one of these weird days in Colorado where it looks warm and the sun feels warm, but it is chilly. Okay, so once again, no throttle on this e-bike. It's a little bit different, but let's test this bad boy out. I'm on pedal assist level 5. And I'm gonna put this guy on the flat surface here all the way down, and I'll kind of explain how fast I'm going here. When I was testing this out the first time, I got it up to 25 miles an hour pretty darn easily. So make sure we're tightened up here. They're not gonna fly away on me, and let's do it. So starting is a little bit harder, but you can feel it kick in right away. 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21. I'm gonna stop here just so I don't run into the wall. 21, pretty easy here. Now, I'm gonna get a little help from my guy here. I'm going to adjust it so I'm going uphill a little bit. I'm gonna get a little bit of a running start here and not go from blink full on stop for you. It is more of a workout, I will tell you that. All right, so I've got him up just a little bit. Going 10 miles an hour to start off with, and I'm gonna get going pretty fast, pretty quickly. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 22, pretty easy there. Let's keep on going. Let's see if I can get it going a little faster for you. Just to show you how this bad boy works. 19, 21, 23, 24. Pretty easy there. Whew. It's not hard, but it's definitely not easy. I can't just hit the throttle. So I'm going 15 now. Let's get to go around this corner. 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and let's stop. Oh. That's more work than what I'm used to on an e-bike. Here's the interesting thing about this e-bike, and the same is true with all mid-drive bikes, is that's way harder than you would think it is on an e-bike. Well, most e-bikes, you really have to get up and go, so you can barely feel it on this one. I'm on pedal assist level 5, but you can feel it kind of pick in a little bit. On the rear hub e-bikes I've tested, that back rear hub motor is very, very touchy sometimes. This is what I call a very pure biking experience. It just feels like you've got a little bit extra power to help you up. Now I imagine we'll really feel this going up this hill up here. Let's go try it out and tell you how it goes. All right, now this is a bit of a tough hill. When I tried out the other day, saw a lady, let's move my guy up to climb the hill. Come on, we're climbing up a hill. Oh yeah, wow. That's really, really easy. Oh, it's too easy almost in the height. Let's knock down the ratio a little bit here. Yeah, that is really easy, breezy. That is, I like that. That is good. As I'm going a little flatter, I can flatten the guy out. Wow, that is like maybe the easiest hill climb I've done. Well, actually pedaling, that's pretty impressive. I'm actually super impressed with that. Let me turn around here. This is a part where I do miss the throttle just a little bit because sometimes if it gets stuck, I like just to top a little bit off and just get it inching along. But one of the great parts about this bike, besides the mid-drive motor, is it's got some hydraulic disc brakes, not mechanical. And this bike can stop. I mean, I was going 18 miles an hour or so there. Onboard computer here is pretty simple. It says you can use Bluetooth to attach it to a iPhone app, but I have not done that yet. Maybe I will here towards the end of this review and give you a little more information. Whew, that is awesome. That was a lot of fun. I hear a little bit there, the motor. Barely hear that. That's pretty good though. Woo! Let me give you some final thoughts here real quick. All right, let me give you a couple of first impressions of this Vvolt Sirius mid-hub drive motor. Now, I didn't know much about belt drives before, except for I tried this one other e-bike, the KBO Hurricane, and frankly, I didn't care for it all that much, but it was a single speed, just like this one. Didn't have this unique shifter here. It was a single speed, and it just did not have the oomph that I expect from e-bikes these days. And so I've started researching a lot about mid-drive bikes, and one of the things that kind of scares me just a little bit about mid-drive bikes is a lot of people complain that the chain can fall off when you are really seriously doing some mountain biking. I'm about to give that Quiet Cat a full review here as soon as I fix the gear situation, but this gives me a lot more confidence that this will actually hold up over time. I've heard it's a little bit more difficult to replace that if you need to, but you're gonna have to replace it less than you would a chain on a mid-drive motor too. So the bad news is if that does break, you're stuck basically carrying it or pushing it. On a rear hub motor, what you can do is you can, the chain breaks, you can actually just use a rear hub drive motor to use the throttle and go. There is no throttle on this. Now, I don't know if that is a deal killer for you or not. I would prefer there be a throttle on this. And this bike is about 3,000 bucks with the Class 3 controller. That Class 3 controller allows it to go up to 28 miles an hour. Without it is actually a Class 1 e-bike, which would be the first Class 1 e-bike that we've tested. Class 1 e-bike can go up to 20 miles an hour with pedal assist, but does not have any throttle. Now, who is this e-bike for? I think this e-bike is for like the purest bicyclist that wants just a little bit extra something and doesn't want a full-on electric bike. I mean, 30 miles an hour, 28 miles an hour, the top speed of this is pretty fast to be honest with you. But it's not easy to get up to that speed. You'll see when I test a couple other Class 3 e-bikes like the Snap Cycle S1 and the eSpin Nesta that I just tried out. They are Class 3 e-bikes and I get going 20 miles without even thinking about it. This is a purist e-bike. If you are the kind of person that would never drive, I don't know, an electric car because it didn't feel like it had that oomph, then this might be right for you. It's for the purist bicyclist. Electric cars may be a bad example, but it's the purest bicyclist bike. It took 15 minutes to put together, super simple, dead simple on the gears or lack thereof on the belt drive. And it's a great bike. I love that it includes hydraulic disc brakes, not mechanical disc brakes. And frankly, I don't know why more bikes don't have something like this. I know it has to do with the belt drive and everything else, but that's a really cool solution. It's about 10 years old. That's probably why I haven't seen that before. This technology is 10 years old. I had to look it up to see how it all worked. The trip computer is dead simple too. It's not overly flashy, doesn't have a bunch of graphics, but that's okay. I think that's what Vvolt is going here, is the purest bicyclist electric bike that gives them a little extra distance, give them a little extra power to go up and down hills, and has some unique features like this gear assist shift ratio thing that makes this a pretty cool e-bike. You know, it doesn't come with a rear rack. If you buy it right now, they give you $300 worth of accessories for free. But great e-bike, super easy to put together. And if you're kind of a purist bicyclist that hates the people that just zoom by without even pedaling at all on the trails, this bike might be for you. All right, let's just do a little more testing of this. This is in pedal assist level 0. It shows you like, man, that's kind of hard. Ugh. Well, that's flat. Let's raise it up. It's a little bit easier. That's pretty cool, actually. I don't know how they do that, but pretty slick. Just give me some pedal assist. This is hard. Fixies are hard bikes to ride on, man. They are. Come on, buddy. I'm going up a hill. Help me out. I'm on pretty flat terrain here, so this is how it is like with flat. And like with no, I'll go down pedal assist level 0. Takes a little bit there. Let's move the guy up a hill a little bit. Whoops. Up the hill a little bit. Gets a lot easier. Whoa. Yeah. Then you can kind of add the pedal assist levels in there. Move it up to 5. Bump this back down. Give you a little more. There you go. There you go. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of like you got dual pedal assist levels because you got kind of the shifting, the gears that you got, and then you got the pedal assist levels too. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's like almost another level pedal assist by knocking that guy flat again. So funny. Do this up here too. All right, now mine's pretty flat ground here. See, it's kind of harder for me to pedal here. And then I make him go uphill. Whoop. See him. Hear the motor even begin. So kind of cool, huh? Then I can even adjust. I'll do it down to 0 here. No pedal assist at all. And then I will. Okay, we're flat guy here. Flat, flat, flat. Oh man, it's hard. Then you turn up. Okay, and then you can hit the pedal assist a little more. And then you get it back down again, get you a little more. Yeah, kind of play around with it and kind of use both the pedal assist and the hill to help you out a little bit. It's pretty cool. It's kind of different. I like how simple it is. Like there's no gears, especially if you're dealing with this Quiet Cat bike. Woo, it's pretty cool. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know below. And you know what? I hope to see you again real soon. Yeah, let's keep going, going, going. Yeah. Cool. Do 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 do.